The Japs had reacted by throwing kamikazes at the fleet formations, with some success, unfortunately. I had transferred over to the oiler from the aircraft carrier Franklin, the Big Ben as she was known, where I had been the gunnery officer on my way to take over as executive officer in the destroyer Malloy. Career-wise, it was a pretty big step. 2 days after I had transferred to the oiler, the Big Ben lost over 800 men in a kamikaze bombing attack and was so badly damaged that she had to retire to Pearl and ultimately to retirement status in the Atlantic Reserve Fleet. The captain was back inside the pilot house by the time I got to the bridge, talking to the ship's Combat Information Center, known as the CIC or Combat, on the tactical intercom or the pitch box. He acknowledged my presence with a casual wave, finished his conversation, and then got out of his chair to come shake hands. I introduced myself. "I'm Connie Miles, Captain," I said, "reporting aboard for duty, sir." "Pudge Tallmadge," he said as we shook hands. "Welcome aboard. I'm sorry a predecessor isn't here to do a proper turnover, but he was yanked off to go to command, and that does take precedence." "Amen to that," I said. "I'll try to hit the deck running." The captain's nickname, Pudge, must have been strictly an academy thing, because he was anything but pudgy now. Gaunt would have been a better description, with gray hair, light blue eyes with dark pouches underneath, medium height, and a face that looked 10 years older than his 41 years of age. His real name was Commander Carson R.R. Tallmadge III, USN, and he was from the eastern shore of Maryland and the Annapolis class of 1929. He'd been in command of Malloy, one of the new Gearing-class destroyers, since taking over from her commissioning CO right after that officer had suffered a heart attack in mid-1944. "Let's go below," he said. He told the OOD, officer of the deck, that we'd be in his import cabin and to keep the ship at modified GQ, or general quarters, until we got back out to our assigned station, escorting a 3-carrier formation. The captain's cabin was just on the other side of the wardroom. Once there, he buzzed the duty wardroom steward for some coffee, lit up a cigarette, and then asked me to give him my background. "Class of 35, I recited. "Served in the West Virginia for my Make-E-Learn tour, then in Chester as main propulsion assistant. Postgrad school back in Annapolis, then back to sea in Houston out of Norfolk as the assistant gunnery officer. A 1.5 years of shore duty at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, where the EDOs tried to convert me to engineering duty officer. That looked pretty boring to me, so I turned them down, which apparently hurt their feelings, because I was sent back to sea mid-tour to the Big E, again as assistant gunnery officer, right after Pearl." "You were aboard for Midway, then?" "Yes, sir. Actually, I was supposed to have gone to Yorktown, but that got changed at the last minute." "That was lucky," he said. "Yes, sir. I thought so, especially after she went down. Went to Franklin from Enterprise, this time as the gunnery officer. Got off her to come here, only days before the Japs got her." "Lucky again," he said. "That's good. I firmly subscribe to what Napoleon said when he was asked if he preferred brilliant generals or lucky ones. Lucky, every time," he said. "Are you married?" "No, sir, I am not. Almost, once, but then she got cold feet after one of the wives at a wardroom dinner party told her what married life with a naval officer was like. The constant separations, a lot of responsibility but really low pay, the stagnant promotion system, and then some more about the endless separations. She was a bit tipsy, but she was pretty convincing. My fiancé asked me later if that was all true, and I had to admit that it was.